Alright, boys, how's it going today? Today, I'm giving you my NHL 17 playoff predictions. Now, I've been thinking pretty long and hard about these, so I feel like it's going to be good playoffs. I don't know, we'll have to see. Okay, so I'm going to start off in the East first, starting with the Capitals Toronto game. I think the Capitals are going to take it in six because, mainly because of Washington's experience in the playoffs. The Maple Leafs are a younger team. Yes, I know. Matthews is a god. Yada yada yada. That's one player. In the playoffs, you have to rely on four lines to do their job. Yes, I think Toronto is going to win two games, but I don't see them winning the series against the Capitals. I feel like Holtby's going to outdo Anderson, and the Capitals will move on to the second round. Now the Pens and Columbus. That's that's a tricky one. Again, it's gonna have to. It might come down to experience, and in that, I'm taking Pittsburgh in 7 games against Columbus. Columbus is a very good team, a very talented team this year, but they don't have the experience. They have a lot of young guys on their roster that weren't part of the playoff run 2 years back, or was it 3 years? Sorry, 3 years back. So it's it's gonna be a tough series. It's gonna be a good series. I'd keep an eye on this game. But yeah, so all right, now over to Pens and 6 or Pens and 7, excuse me. As much as I hate Crosby. All right, the Canadiens, the Montreal Canadiens, the New York Rangers. I'm gonna take Canadiens in 6. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got Canadians in 6. And for just because I feel like it's going to be a tough series, but I feel Montreal's better this year than the Rangers. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of East Coast games. I know the Wild, though, they killed Montreal in both games and Pittsburgh. And we shut out the Bruins in both games. Sens Bruins. Speaking of Bruins, the Sens Bruins. I think that's gonna be a tough one. Two young groups going at it, both with very limited playoff experience. I think it's gonna come down to the goalies. I think Grass is gonna win this in 7. So there's my pick for the East Coast. So you have recap Caps in 6, Pens in 7, Montreal in 6, yeah, and Bruins in 7. Now over to the West Coast, the Western Conference. I have I'm gonna take Anaheim in 6. I feel Calgary is not that good of a team. It won't. It's not. It's inexperienced too. Yes, they've made the playoffs a couple years in a row, but they're not good to the point where they can extend their playoffs. They can't go far in the playoffs. I feel like with Anaheim against Anaheim and all their experience and success. Edmonton versus San Jose. Again, it comes to experience. I'm going to take San Jose in 7. I know McDavid is a good hockey player, but I don't. It's not the CHL playoffs. It's not the OHL playoffs or the USHL playoffs or the college playoffs. It's the Stanley Cup playoffs. And San Jose's got experience. They just came off of a cup run that ended to the Pens. So I'm going to take San Jose in 7. Blackhawks Nashville. That's a tough one. This really is a tough one because yes, Nashville isn't that good of a team, but Chicago, they're getting weak. They're getting older. making the playoffs, going deep in the playoffs as far as they do for the past 5 years, a lot of those games went to double overtime, triple overtime. A lot of those in the Western Conference Finals against the Kings, who again failed to make the playoffs this year. So I'm going to take Chicago in 7 over Nashville. I feel Nashville is going to fight. I feel Kane and Taves and Seabrook and Keith are going to come to play. I feel Subban and Forsberg, or Johansson. Yeah, Johansson and Forsberg. I feel like those guys are going to come to play too. But yeah, I got Chicago in 7. And now the series I'm looking forward to because I am a Minnesota Wild fan. And this is a series that I have the most insight to out of anyone else because I know the coach. Mike Yeo for the St. Louis Blues is not a very good coach. He does not run 4 lines deep in the playoffs. Watching years past, him coaching for the Wild, leading them to the playoffs, he will run 2 or 3 lines when things get tight. And St. Louis does not have that depth. They do not have the depth at the forward level compared to Minnesota. I mean, Minnesota, you're talking about a team that has 13 different guys in double goal that recorded double digits in goals. The youngsters on this team, Granlund, Niederreiter, Zucker, Coyle, Haula, all had career years in the forward depth. The center position for the Wild is much more. They're bigger, they're stronger, they're more experienced than St. Louis. I mean, you go down the three lines. All right, you have Eric Stahl, a very good faceoff taker. You have Mikko Koivu, another very good faceoff taker. Now you add Martin Hansel. All right, and now you go to height and weight. Hansel's 6'6" as a third line center. Koivu's 6'3". Stahl's above 6 foot. And then you got Eric Sinek on the fourth line, who's also a very good face-off taker given his age and inexperience. He's also a big centerman. Then you go down to the defensive core. The Wild, they can run 4 lines on you all day, and all 4 lines will produce. Our third liners had 50, 60 points this year. It's a very distributive team. It's a very pass-first, defense-first team. And in the end of the day, it's going to come down to Dubnyk versus Allen. And Dubnyk, he's going to stand tall and beat the St. Louis Blues in 6 games, I feel. I feel the Wild in 6. All right, boys, that's going to be my predictions. Tell me how wrong I am in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah. Hope you guys enjoy the playoffs. Peace.